Mm-hmm. Okay. 1, 2, test. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, I still haven't got a good mark sorted out, so just excuse the sound quality. As well as a little bit block. Anyway. Um yeah. I think I got a flu bug again, so I'm not just staying in the car, but and so yeah. But I thought I'd chat a bit about the football that I've seen this week on TV. You can't go to games, again. And yeah. So the Arsenal men, they're the worst start since 1974 or something to the season in the league. So that's 47 years or something. Whatever. So of course all the Arsenal fan TV people are freaking out, saying new manager, new manager. Well, they're called for the new manager, with they call for the new manager every few weeks. I mean, this is this is it. There's no continuity now, so obviously there's going to be issues. He has a honeymoon period. Comes in, wins FA Cup, winning at Wembley against teams, is doing stuff, and then so they give him, they get brand new contract for Aubameyang. Now Aubameyang, I didn't realize he's actually 33 or something. He's in his early 30s. I thought he was in his late 20s. No, he's a bit older. So that was quite a big contract to give him a big massive pay rise and big long contract at that age. And now he's only scoring a penalty or two, and this always happens with players. They get that contract. And it's not their fault, I don't think, but that it's I think it's psychological maybe. They're set for life now, basically, really set. I mean, obviously he can get his money from any team really when he was playing so well. Financially he's set for life, pretty much, unless he goes and meets some crazy woman or something. Anyway, maybe that so psychologically he doesn't have to put 100% in, 110% on the pitch. I'm not saying he doesn't want to, but it's just like this. It can be like this. It's similar with Ozil, I think. He's that type of player as well. He's a very he's a kind of like he's a bit of a lazy in quotes player, if you want, and I think there's something similar with him. He's got his big contract. He's won the World Cup final. Well, okay, put me in fucking in the under 23. So does he care? Maybe not. These guys, yeah, they play for Arsenal. They like Arsenal. They're in the team, but maybe they are kind of mercenaries in a way, not in a bad way, but in a good way, if you want. They're mercenaries, basically. They go to the highest bidder, basically. Aubameyang seems like he's a nice chap and all that, but if someone had offered him £500,000 a year, a week rather, a week, I'm pretty sure he would have gone to them, Barcelona or Real Madrid, whoever come in with, double Arsenal offering them. I'm pretty sure he would have gone. Know the ins and outs of it. Is he even getting European football? It's the youngsters who are in Europe and they're doing well. And this always happens, and this has happened the other year. That they have a nice squad all the way to the final, and then they go and put the goalkeeper out to put some old crock from Chelsea before playing against Chelsea. I couldn't believe that. He's got his head bashed in with a helmet. They put him in, and he's losing the game for Arsenal. In the Cup Winners' Cup. Yeah. So yeah, no, it's so Arsenal never been relegated. Well, is this the first time that can happen on that match today? They're saying, well, Could do. It's not impossible, is it? I mean, okay, it seems like Sheffield United are pretty rock solid certain they've got 1 point in the whole season, so they're pretty soon. You don't know. I mean, they could have a sudden spurt, but still, when you're halfway through, so we've had what, 20 games, 20 to go, that roughly what, 19 and 19. So there's still what, 30, 57 points to play for, something like this, or more. 60 points to play for, you know. But I'll put a little post out on the women's channel that I watch. These crazy New Yorkers, they got their YouTube channel, and yeah, saying, well, you know, I put it down to the crankies. That I mean, they're absentee landlords, basically. Okay, maybe he's got his son over here. He's got. I looked on the wiki. He's a multi-billionaire. This Arsenal is just one of his little, you know, clubs that he's. Well, you know, one of his projects that he's got millions of them. You know, you see him once a year, I think. The you know, the father. I don't know the son. He's over it. I don't know, but so you know, that's the ownership for you. They're just basically. I don't know. They're starting to wonder now, aren't they? I mean, there's COVID. There's no fucking fans coming in the gate. They're not going to be getting any Champions League money, are they? You know, they're not. And if they drop out the Premier League, that's going to be something else. Yeah, they're going to be filling 60,000, you know, seats with, you know, against, you know, fucking Luton and all that, you know. But it's so hilarious that the Arsenal fan TV. They get 500,000 views, or just like that, when the team lose, because they're sort of you know. Anyway, that's a different subject. There, really. Well, it isn't, because that was the pressure that was put on Wenger. It was particularly them, the Arsenal fan TV. That was part of it. It was a conspiracy in a way of them, and you know, they was riling people up on that channel. It's a very popular channel. You know, finger out, you know. So they got him out. You know, they listen to these fucking idiots, yeah? They are idiots, basically. If you look at them, they're actual idiots. Just look at, you know what I mean? The guy who runs the program, he's quite smart with money, probably, yeah? He's got e.t.c or something sponsoring him, you know, some business trading. You know, he's a black guy, he's smart, he's money, yeah? But, you know, he's interviewing these clowns, basically. If I said that to their face, they might smash my fucking head in, you know. You know, they look pretty fucking mental people, you know. Anyway, but what can you do? That's just my honest opinion. They just look pretty thick, basically, you know. Anyway, you know, finger out. Whoa. Okay, and then who did they get in the end? Well, they got someone good in the end, didn't they? Well, how did it go? What was the order of it? No. Did they get Emery? I mean, see, this was the thing as well. Was it Emery first? I can't even remember now. So many new managers. Emery, now, you know, it's not exactly, you know, I think, you know, okay, we've got hindsight, but, you know, what is he? I don't know. He's not like a, you know, I said at the time, I said if they were going to get rid of him, Hasenhüttl. And now you look 3 years down the line, I think, with Southampton, and then Theo Walcott, he's brought him back into Southampton. I think Hasenhüttl was on emotions, I don't. And he's scoring against Arsenal, you know, at the Emirates. So, you know, if you give someone, you know, good young manager time, you know, German, that was the You were looking at the way the runes, in the Klopp, and there was another one for what's the name? Bradford, was it? They brought Bradford into the was it not Bradford? Yeah, was it Bradford? One of those teams up north back into the Premiership. Might have been Bradford, I can't remember. Not a German manager. So the Germans, German football is like on the up. Look at what's his name, Lewandowski, the Polish, in Bayern Munich. Look at Bayern Munich. Wow, I mean, they were smashing Arsenal to pieces, many times, Um, German football, they got their club ownership, brilliant setup, half owned by the fans, more than half owned by the fans, except for these upstarts, which again, but they, you can't money, Red Bull sponsorship, but proper fan base, mad. Look at those stadia, um, rocking those wall, Dortmund wall and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, what can you do? Anyway, the women on the plus side, the women, yeah, that's good at the moment. I was obviously disappointed that it was a sucker punt. It was a schoolboy error to lose in the very 93rd minute to switch off. But I think that Wenger always said, when you lose a game, you can learn a lot from that because they don't lose that many games. Arsenal women. I think they had a badish run, not but they're not. It's not. They're top side basically. Like the men were. I don't know what the men are doing. There's lots of internal politics and stuff like that. Anyway, but they lost. They went 1-0 up very early. I didn't watch the game. I fell asleep. I think when I was on the radio. I can't remember anyway. And then yeah, and then so they must have got a goal back at some point. And then I was listening towards the end, and it was like, are they going to go for it to try and win it, the 3 points? Are they going to try and stick on this 1 point? But really, it was a 6-pointer. That was the thing. They had to go for it, really, because it was a 6-pointer. Oh, it's a tricky one when you're playing those games 1-1, and they were at home. Man City were at home, and so yeah. So okay, maybe it's hindsight, But I always think, attack is it's just great policy, the Celtic, attack. It's just, the fans, they'll love you forever for that, Even if you lose, that at least you better go. If you sit back and soak up all that pressure, don't really go for it, and then they get you. It's like, oh, fuck, So, because it's like I was listening to Megan Rapinoe today, a little interview of hers. It's an entertainment, it's sport, it's entertainment, football. Fans don't want to be entertained. They don't want to, it's a cult. It's in this country anyway. It's a cult, you know. So I feel sorry for you if you were supporting Stoke under Tony Pulis and that sort of thing. Anyway, I don't feel sorry for you. You don't have to support them. This is the thing that with the men, I got so fed up with it. I said, £60 to go to a game. That's like one of the, and you can't even you can't even buy tickets. It's hassle to get it. It's starting a bit like that now. I hope it doesn't go. I hope you can go when this fucking COVID finishes, you go on the gate and just pay. Obviously, certain games they are getting sold out. The women I'm talking about, but yeah, no, it's 60. It's okay. So you're on £1,000 a week. 60s, it's not a big deal. But back in the day, I'm paying pocket money basically to go and see football. Basically pocket money. £60 is not pocket money. Yeah, okay, well, kids, No, I'm talking even adult fares. We're pretty much pocket money, really. And it's the same with the tenner to see the women. It's like an interesting price. Now, this is the interesting thing, yeah, because they're on about equality of pay, which I agree with. But then on the other hand, I like the fact that it's like an underground sort of cult thing of it's not too expensive. You're starting to pay the men's wages. Well, then you've got to pay men's prices to go in. Yeah, you know, how's that going to ruin the romance of the women's game? So it's all very tricky. It's very tricky. The women, okay, they're not being paid a lot at the moment, but they'll get their sponsorship over time. The sponsorship they can get, the media. And I think, as things move on, you know. But I mean, the men are basically going to be bankrupting the whole club. I hope they got, the women. They might, I don't know, they might be better off even separating. I even wonder that. Obviously, it's tricky because then maybe they can't even call themselves an Arsenal Football Club. So they probably won't do that. But because I think they share the facilities, the training facilities, but they don't have they don't have the money basically to have all the private gyms at their homes and all the rest of it. But maybe it's better. All this. I mean, who wants a gold-plated taps in your fucking bath? Do you need it? You know, um, you know, a private gym. Wow. Go for a walk, go and run in the park. There's gyms in the park these days. More fresh air, better for you. You know, meet people. Yeah. So yeah, that's my little football podcast. If you want for the day. We'll see what's happening tonight. I think the women are playing Man City in the Continental Cup, I believe. It's not on TV, but on the radio. And I don't like listening to it on the radio because the commentators are not good at the moment. Some of them are good, some of them are not good. Depends who it is. So anyway, but it's annoying. I haven't got my BT Sport set up at the moment. So whatever it's on, I don't know. But yeah, this could be a good game. Continental Cup, a nice little match before the break. Yeah. No Europe this year for the women. See, that's interesting as well. That they really can focus on the domestic, which is not the first for a long time, I don't think, but they had that on they had the separate campaigns before. Now can focus. But Manchester United, it was very interesting. This Casey Stoney, I read an article about her management. So very good, that was a heads up. Manchester United. Don't know too much about them, but whenever you see them, they're banging them in. Yeah. Chelsea have been a bit quiet. They've had games cancelled. I haven't seen they're up there as well. So it's just like a big four, really. I think you've got to talk about and even you've got to say even Tottenham. They've got money. They've got money behind them. They're bringing in Americans and stuff. So but at the moment, I suppose it's a big four. Man City, Man United, Chelsea, and Arsenal. So last season it was 3. This season it's 4. Yeah, which makes it really interesting. Because it's only a league of 12, 10 or 12 or something. So they're playing each other. They were talking about, are they going to do it a different format because of but I like it. I think that No, I think it's a nice little league. It's a bit like the Scottish Premiership or something, but even better because, well, even I suppose it was back in the day you started to get a bit more confidence. You always Rangers, Celtic, obviously recently, right? But then you had Aberdeen, Dundee United started to challenge and win even. So, yeah, a little league like this, nice little league. You know, this equality of pay, I mean, yeah, it's nice, okay, £300,000 a week, yeah, thank you very much. But, I mean, how high do you want them? Okay, 300 grand a week, but nice, but, you know, still, it's still interesting. A little, tiny little venue. It's just amazing. A tiny little venue, and watching these global, literal. These are the World Cup, finalists, World Cup winners. Tiny little venue. It's like seeing Rolling Stones at the Marquee Club, something like this. When you think about it. Yeah. The Marquee Club doesn't exist anymore. All right, bye guys. Have a good time. Good day. Yeah.